Last time we had a Borla exhaust on it. Today we're going to be putting out a single larger tip exhaust. It is going to be a Tomei-esque exhaust. We have the Y pipe 2-to-1, and then we have the massive Tomei with the mid pipe in between. So this is no exhaust at all, just drops below the rear axle right there. The car actually has a strip bolt. I don't know where my Dremel is right now, and I go through so many Dremel blades whenever I try to cut stuff, so we're just going to get a proper full-size angle grinder and be able to cut that up. We went out and bought an angle grinder. We're going to quickly take off this bolt. We've resulted to primitive means of just cutting everything off instead of taking it off. He is currently taking off the bottom of the exhaust. We have one final bolt that realistically should be able to allow us to be able to pull off the entire thing. And from there, all we got to do is install our brand new Y pipe with flex housing from a 2.5 inch to a 3.5 inch into our Tomei exhaust. It's going to sound incredible. I'm super excited to see how, also the look of this is going to be amazing. It's going to look like my Miata exhaust, except for even bigger, and it's going to sound that much better. He's been wrestling with his exhaust for a minute, but we're almost to the point where we can get it out. The moment that this is down and out. Okay. That one's coming out the back. Yeah, they call me grind dog.
Get your big ass head over there.
Now that we have his original stock pipes, no mufflers of any kind or any tips. The very next thing that he is going to be adding is going to be onto these Y pipes. It's going to be making it to a 2-to-1, so it's going to be 2.5 inch on both of those, or a 2 inch on both of those to a 3.5, if I remember correctly. And it has a little bit of flex, so in case if the in case if the exhaust vibrates at all, it will actually make it past that and give it some room to be able to move. Otherwise, you might hear a tingy jingle on your exhaust, and it's because you don't have a flexing part.
If it's a size bigger, it's a 16.
His rubber on this side is broken, so I'm having to take the rubber off of this side and put it on. After that, is this exhaust to the muffler. The exhaust is officially on, and the silencer has indeed been removed. Let's hear what it sounds like on a single exit Tomei. Okay. It's a good. Okay, that is ridiculous. We are doing the hood pins on this Z because there has been one problem since I got the car, and that is a gap because the hood doesn't latch properly. Now, I could make it work or whatever, but I was going to do hood pins on it anyways, and that pull wire on the inside actually doesn't work. So instead of trying to deal with that and all the headache with that, let's make it an actual race car. We now have some authentic JDM hood latches. These should be perfect for what we're going to do with it. I also think that once this car is orange, the black will just be a perfect accent. This whole location is perfectly placed, and it's where most 350Z's hood pins do. There's one on this side, and if you look on the other side, there's another hole. All we're doing is we're widening it a little bit so that whenever we do actually have the rod that goes through the locking mechanism, that this can sit inside of here, which is pretty much the same size. I just got to bore it out just a little bit. Now we're going to test to just make sure and verify, does this actually go in there? That's perfect. Let's do the other side, just to verify real quick. Does this go in there? Not quite. We're going to open up this one a little bit. The other good news is that whenever we actually have to thread the bolt to the back of this, there's plenty of room for this to go underneath. It's almost like the only position where you can really mount these things. Some people will mount up above the headlight, but it's really hard for me to be able to hold underneath it. A lot of the time you would have to do it from inside of the fender well and then have this bolt underneath there. I don't like that idea, and since this bolt's so long, it's way easier just to put it over here instead. Onto the hood above. This little mechanism, you push down, once you unlock it, it pops up. It pushes this pin back with a spring mechanism, and it goes back. This one's authentic, you can tell because all the Japanese on it, but whenever this rests on top of this, we need to make sure that this gets pinned. And the reason why I want to make sure that this gets pinned like this is
there's more structural integrity on this where the rest of the hood is going to be above it. If we were to flip this, we'll be on the edge of the hood all the way down here, and there isn't going to be as much structural integrity and material for us to be able to actually make sure that we're screwing through. So this is going to be a sick mechanism once it gets put on. I just want to make sure this hole lines up straight up and down, so that whenever this pin gets pushed through, it goes straight through the hole and we're not rubbing or making any sort of extra wear and tear on the mechanism.
We added a little bit of ketchup as a marker. You could do this with paint. Paint's a little bit more long-term, or you could do it with oil or grease, but we already are on a gray hood with blotches of black occasionally, and just to make a clear line, I want a different offsetting color. So, and we didn't want to paint it like white or something like that. So we're gonna quickly put this down, set down the hood pin, the prop pin, and then we're just gonna lightly set this, making sure we get a firm connection on both sides. Great. Then lift it back up, and we're gonna be able to see where our markings are. That little bit of ketchup right there, that little bit of ketchup right there. We're just gonna be drilling the inside core layer out, and then we're gonna be placing it back down to see where the top hood line, where the actual outside of the skeleton of the hood lines up, so that we're making sure we're marking it as accurately as possible 2 times. Let's just show the top. We have to get a hole lined up. Technically, I need to move it over a little bit to the right. No longer factory hood latch. What was wrong with this? The cable or something? So the cable on the inside of the thing, there's like a plastic sleeve that wires it up into the cabin. The plastic sleeve. First of all, the cable, the lever that it connects to is broken. So then you would have to pull the cable itself, but the cable then gets stuck inside the sleeve, and you overstretch it. I'm gonna drill out the top hole in the top, or the 2 things which I was gonna do up over here. This is taking a little bit more time than we originally thought, but it's actually going along pretty well. We have the cut for this one, and it's fully working, but now we are starting to pilot out the holes for the other side. And then after that, all we got to do is drill the tiny little screw holes that are going to be holding in the actual pin around it. Same on this side. We just got to cut out the outline, just like this side. It was a little accident right here, but it's not much. And then we already have to paint this car. But look, works. Okay, so we're finishing the 350Z. We have these tiny little nuts and bolts which we need to pretty much install the hood pins on, and that is all that we need to do to be able to get this working. So the coloration on it, once I welded it, it was like this bright red like it is down here. I swear it's just gone this like orange and just completely changed colors. But anyways, this is 100% stuck on now. This will be so much easier to tighten onto it. What was happening was, I don't think we've explained what was going wrong, but this top bit went up past where the screw is, and it no longer is threaded onto anything. So when we were trying to tighten down off the bottom, it was just spinning up here. So we're welding this all just to be one solid piece so that we can screw onto it and use this whole thing to be able to attach to it.
You see me winning, baby, I know that you hate that shit. Yeah, people change, go separate ways, I had to take that risk. My selfish ways, baby,